Hello everyone, this is Michael Tuazon once again from ERP College, massage therapy student. Um, Today we're going to show you the different non-Swedish massage techniques that we learned from MTP2 under Mr. Juan Perdomo. Right? Let's begin. Okay, so first up we're going to show you Golgi tendon organ release on the gastrocnemius muscle. Okay, so those are the gastrocs muscle. We put a pillow or a towel underneath the client's what you call this, to support the ankle, and the foot will be passively hanging. Okay, so it also creates a relaxing sensation. We're not gonna use any lubricant. We want traction. Okay, so this is the Achilles tendon. We will go on the on this part. We cannot go on the Achilles tendon. Let's say that we cannot work on the Achilles tendon, so we have to work on this side. So we want no lubricant, we want traction. This technique is chosen when you cannot work on the area. So Golgi tendon release. And O and I are done on tendons to reduce tone and spasm when you cannot work on the muscle body for some reason. And muscle approximation, we work on the muscle belly if we cannot work on the tendon directly. Have a pillow under the ankle, let the foot passively hang. We are trying to distend the tendon that will stimulate the receptors in the Golgi tendon organ that will create a reflexive relaxation. So messages are sent to the brain, but there's excessive stretch on this area, and the brain tells this muscle to relax so it's not injured. We're taking advantage of the body's natural defense mechanism to create the therapeutic effect. All right, so you can either create a C or S curve on the tendon. We're going to do an S curve. Okay, going to do an S curve. We're gonna go up to this muscular tendinous junction. That's where the tendon and the muscle meet. That's where majority of the Golgi tendon organs are found. So if we are close to the calcaneus, we're not being effective. Okay, so what we do is we support our thumb, and we come in like this. We position on both sides, and we're gonna create an S curve. Okay, just support the thumb. Basically we're pressing down and creating an S. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so just give it a light pressure, and you'll see that you're creating an S. You see that S? Okay, so we're gonna hold it there for 30 to 60 seconds, or until I feel the muscles to start to relax. So it's important during this time we tell our client to do some breathing. All right. So Clarice, you can do some diaphragmatic breathing. Breathe with your diaphragm, not from your chest. Just take deep breath. All right. So we're holding this for 30 to 60 seconds, or until we release the. We can feel that the muscle is relaxed or released. Actually, I can feel it. I can feel the muscle relaxing. It's just very subtle. And you can also tell if your thumbs are like they're getting closer together. You can feel that the muscle is relaxing. It's releasing. All right. So once the release is finished, you can back away slowly. Slowly back away. You cannot just abruptly leave it. Okay. So slowly back away from it. We can also do a C curve, and we can also do a C curve. You just support the lateral side of the leg with your left hand. You use your right thumb to apply pressure on the area, and you'll see the C curve that we're trying to show you. So you can hold it like this in for 30 to 60 seconds, And that's also one of the ways that you can do the Golgi tendon organ release on the gastrocnemius muscle. But I prefer doing the S curve. The S curve, I guess. Remember, you're not pinching on the skin, but you're going deeper and squeezing the muscle together. Okay? Thank you for watching. That's for Golgi tendon organ release on gastrocnemius muscle. Alright, so next up, we're gonna show you how to do the muscle approximation technique on the gastrocs muscle. So we're still on the gastrocs muscle here. So we work on the muscle belly. It inhibits the muscle spindle cells to detect stretch and the velocity of the stretch in the muscle. If we bring two ends together, we relax the muscle spindle cells and they send the message to the brain. There's no stretch on this muscle and it's okay to relax, and then you get a reflexive relaxation in the muscle. All right, so when we do this technique, again, we do not use any oil. We don't want to be sliding on the skin. We want to be really tacked in the muscle we're trying to work on, and that's the gastroc. And we want to use a small section of the muscle. It won't be very effective if we do a pincher grasp on either side of the gastroc muscle and try to do this technique. It won't be very beneficial. We just need to be like work close together. Use a small section of the muscle. Okay, it works better when our hands are fairly close together. All right, so let's start using pincher grasp on this. I grab the both sides of the gastrocs at the same time. Okay, or maybe it's just the medial side, then you just grab the medial side, or it's just the lateral side, depends. So we'll grab both sides of the gastrocnemius, small section of it, and I'm just trying to feel, try and let my fingers sink in and feel that muscle. So we do this technique because we cannot work on the tendon directly, so we work on the muscle belly. That's when you use muscle approximation technique. Okay. There's a muscle. Yeah. So maybe there's some chronic tendonitis or inflammation or rupture or something going on with the tendon that we cannot work on it directly. We use this technique. All right, so we start with a pincher grasp. Take a second to sink into the tissues there. Make sure we have a good grasp on it. And we do this on an exhale. Okay. So we will ask Clarice to take to inhale, and exhale. On the exhale, I'm going to push the muscle together. Remember, we're not sliding. We're not going to do anything. We're going to hold until we feel the muscle relax. Okay, so pincer grasp on that. So how it feels like your hands are coming together. And it's very subtle. You have to concentrate. Connect with the tissues. Feel the muscle relaxing. Hold it for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, until you feel the relaxation. When you feel the release, how you're gonna come out of this is slowly, release slowly. And that's how you do muscle approximation technique on the gastrocs muscle. Okay, next technique we're gonna do is the origin and insertion technique on the soleus muscle. So we know that the soleus muscle, the origin is the medial border of tibia, head of fibula, and posterior border of fibula. Okay, and insertion being the posterior surface of the calcaneus via the calcaneus tendon. So that's where the insertion of soleus muscle is. So doing this technique, we don't need any oil, no lubrication is needed, and friction is necessary. As we avoid the muscle body, we work on the borders of the muscle. We're trying to distend the short tendon of the soleus, so that we affect the Golgi tendon organs in this area, which will create a reflexive stretch on the tendon, which tells the central nervous system, tells the brain that there is so much load on this tendon that we must act defensively. So this tendon is not injured, and that's how it creates that reflexive relaxation. Okay, so using the thumbs are most beneficial to use in this one. Okay, you have to sink in to the bone and feel it. Okay, so allow your fingers to slowly sink in to the tissue until you feel a resistance as if you're on the bone. So we're trying to feel that, to palpate that uh, soleus muscle here. Okay. Okay. You don't have to put a lot of pressure. Okay, but we're gonna do the plus signs. Okay. And remember, you're not coming out of the tissue. You're holding in place in that spot. Okay, so I'm gonna do the plus sign exaggerated so we can see on the video. So it's like doing a yeah, like that. So 1, 2, 3, and now we'll go the other way to make the plus sign. So 1, 2, 3. All right. So we're gonna move on the next spot. We're gonna do the plus signs. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go the other way. Do plus sign 1, 2, 3, and I can really feel that muscle relaxing. I can feel the release there. So we do the plus sign. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we avoid working on the muscle body. We are working on the borders. Okay. So that's how you do the origin and insertion technique on the soleus muscle. Okay. So next up, we're still doing the soleus muscle. Um, we will try the ischemic therapy. Okay. So basically, it's just you find the spot, find the trigger point. Okay, put pressure on that the pressure point. I'm gonna use my thumb here. I'm gonna hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. Feel that melting away. Feel that that pressure point melting away. You can check with your client. How's the pain? How do you feel? It's okay.
Yeah.
So remember, you have to check with your client. How does it feel? So you're gonna hold the pressure for 20 to 30 seconds until you feel it melting away. Check with client, and then you'll do it again. Or you will let go slowly once um, the technique is done. All right, and the release is done. Okay, and the next technique we're going to show you is a friction therapy. Okay, so again, no lubrication needed, no oil needed, and friction is necessary to break up the scar tissue. What we do is we work perpendicular to the structure. So if the muscle, soleus muscle, we know is going that way, we're gonna work perpendicular to it, and we apply pressure in one direction. So that is, we know that the soleus muscle origin, or origin and insertion. So the fibers are going like this, we're gonna work here, perpendicular, and we apply the pressure in one direction. Okay, so we go up and down, up and down. We relax on uh, we put the pressure on going down like that, and then we relax going up. But we're putting applying the pressure in one direction. So you have to check your client's facial expression, or you can just ask them, how is it? Okay, so this technique will work on the muscle directly but perpendicular to it. Okay, that's what you call a friction therapy. So one of the techniques, non-Swedish massage techniques we learned in MTP2. All right. I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video, and see you soon. See you again soon.